Giving like somebody staked their claim or they're on their way to do that, especially with the Ten of Cups. It's giving like that is my happily ever after, and it's giving like that's not going anywhere. Also, the Emperor in reverse is reminding me of like a tetherball court, which is kind of funny because I haven't played that in a really long time, but it's giving like you can go back and forth, but you're not going anywhere. So the Emperor in reverse with the Three of Wands is interesting because I feel like these cards are kind of the same energy. It's like this person knows that the ball's in their court, on this tetherball court, and they know that they want to make a move, but it's giving controlling a little bit, but it could just be that this person has held the ball in their court for a while. They see this as a Ten of Cups and got their eye on the prize, I guess. This energy is directed at you. The Three of Swords. You have the Knight of Cups on the bottom and the Knight of Swords in reverse. This was a situation where somebody was cut off. The Six of Wands. It's kind of giving this vibe of somebody wants to like get control of their own broken heart, or they feel like they have complete control over whether their heart is broken in the situation. I also want to say they kind of feel like they have control over like this situation being one that is heartbreaking. So they're feeling like their next move is one that kind of determines that for some reason. But the King of Pentacles and then the Six of Wands is giving like they want victory. They want to win here. And I think they want this win pretty badly because with this Three of Swords, this person maybe feels like, I think they feel like their heart is a little broken when the ball is in their court, or when they have to hold the ball in their court. There's the Knight of Cups again. This person could be wanting to like propose. They could be wanting to propose to you, but this could, especially with this Ten of Cups, they could also just be like wanting to come through with something that with the Knight of Cups, it is kind of saying like it's a gesture of love. The King of Pentacles being here with the Emperor being in reverse, it's like this person I want to say has kind of always known what they've wanted, or they feel comfortable in it now, but in the past they have not given to this. Or that Knight of Cups, it's like they have not given that to this. So this person has not actually come through with an energy that's reflective of the win that they're trying to achieve here, of how they actually feel. Also, there's something about you maybe coming off comfortable with like a lack of communication here, which would make sense. Like if you were the one that cut this person off because you weren't seeing them take action, then if you're like bye, then this person, they could be seeing that also. The Tower in reverse. I'm kind of seeing this as a situation where you're like, I didn't fuck this up, so I don't need to be the one that kind of initiates whatever this is. Or like if this person wants this, they can come and do something about this. The Three of Pentacles in reverse. Also, the song Shipwreck by Florence and the Machine. I think that's who it's by. That just popped into my head. She says like building a ship to wreck. Like, did we build this relationship just to fuck it up, basically? Like, are we building a relationship that is just going to be a shipwreck kind of thing? I feel like this person doesn't want to build a shipwreck. Like, they don't want to give to the situation if they see it as one that, like, once it crumbles, you can't come back from it. But they're not seeing the situation like it's crumbled to the point of no return. You might kind of be over here like, there's that Knight of Cups again. Just keeps coming out. Which, I'm not gonna lie, is giving me this energy of like, you may have backed out in the past because you may have felt like, okay, I keep coming forward, comfortably, confidently declaring literally my love for this person. But it's like I'm doing that out of a space of, I understand that I felt hurt in this situation, so I am gonna go ahead and just do this. Like, I'm all in kind of thing. And if this person was like still holding the ball in their tetherball court, then I feel like you might have been like, you know what, I gave confidently what I had to this situation, so I'm okay not rebuilding a shipwreck. And I think this person, I want to say, they kind of know where you stand here. But The Five of Wands. You're showing up as the King of Pentacles. The Five of Wands is interesting because it's giving like, okay, if this person wants it, they can like fight for it, kind of. Like they can come in and show that they want this, right? And then the Seven of Pentacles is an energy of like, but at the same time, I'm not gonna like sit and have an energy of waiting, right? You're like, I know what seeds I planted in this situation on my behalf, and I'm very comfortable with that. But it's like, as a King of Pentacles, if you're a King of Pentacles, you're gonna want to see some pentacles, right? And I don't mean like money, like pentacles. Like if you're showing up in something where you are planting seeds, you're gonna want to be able to have harvest season. You're gonna want to see some return on your investment in the situation. And so you might be like, all right, well, crops die after so long. There's that King of Cups, right? And then the Queen of Swords. Yeah, this is like somebody speaking on their emotion, which I kind of feel like is you in this regard. Also, the King of Pentacles, it's looking like when it comes to declarations or your confidence in terms of like expressions of love, you seem to have like not really any problem with that in this situation, especially the confidence of like a Queen of Swords. She's almost blunt about this. She's like very straight up, which is kind of cute because this person, if they're showing up as this King of, I'm kind of seeing it as this, I'm seeing it as you talking to your King of Cups here, which is like you maybe just directly telling them how you feel confidently often. And this person, if they're King of Cups, it's like, you know, they feel the love when you do this, and like they might be like soak it all in. But it's like the King of Cups is the energy of feeling the thing, like in that moment, right? Or not necessarily like an energy of like acting on it or showing on it. It's just like an embodiment of it, right? And so this person has this embodiment of all this love, but then they're operating like an emperor in reverse, which is like, hello, like they're the ball kind of thing. There's that Two of Wands. So I feel like at this point, you've already kind of assessed what your next move would be if this person does toss the ball. But the interesting thing is, like, how do you know what you're going to do here if you don't know what this person's going to say when they come through, right? But if you're moving based on your feeling here, which with that Knight of Cups, like you often do, then it makes sense that you understand how you'd move here. I also feel like this Two of Wands is sort of saying that you have a pretty accurate, like, representation here or picture of like what the situation is like as a whole, right? And so I also feel like you're comfortable sitting back right now because your action, it's giving like your words align with your actions and you're comfortable and confident in that, and you know that. So you know that like any conflict that comes from that, you also kind of know how to operate if that's the case, right? I'm gonna do a part two. But there's something about like the internal or the reflection that this person's had during this period of time, or this like pause or this